The Autobots were at peace. They were rebuilding their home, Cybertron. Suddenly a message, a distress signal. It came from a distant planet, Lumina. The Lumites, beings of pure light, were in danger. Their star crystal, source of their planet's life force, was shattered. The shards were scattered. Dangerous creatures guarded them. The Lumites were fading. They needed the Autobots' help. Their plea echoed through the Autobot base, a symphony of desperation. The fate of Lumina hung in the balance.
Autobots, we are called upon once more. The Lumites are in grave danger. Their star crystal, their lifeline, is shattered. We must retrieve the shards. We must restore their hope.
Optimus Prime, ever the leader, stood tall. His optics scanned the faces of his team. He knew this mission was perilous, but he also knew they had to help. His words ignited a spark of determination in his team. They were Autobots. They were protectors. They would answer the call. The Autobots arrived on Lumina. The planet was beautiful but dying. The first shard was in the shifting sands desert. The sand moved constantly, creating treacherous whirlpools. The heat was intense, the air thick with dust.
I'll lead the way. My size can help us navigate this shifting terrain.
Bumblebee, ever the scout, led the way. He used his small size to navigate the shifting terrain. He found the shard guarded by sand strikers. These creatures were fast and deadly, their claws sharp as razors. But the Autobots were prepared. They fought bravely, their weapons blazing. They retrieved the first shard. One down, many more to go. The second shard rested high in the Crystal Mountains. The peaks were treacherous, the paths narrow and winding. The air was thin, making it hard to breathe. Rock slides threatened their every move, but the Autobots pressed on.
You shall not pass, Autobots.
Ironhide, strong and dependable, cleared the path. He used his might to move boulders, creating a safe passage for his comrades. They faced mountain reapers, creatures of rock and shadow. The reapers were massive and powerful, but the Autobots were relentless. They fought with courage and skill, their teamwork unwavering. They claimed the second shard. Hope was building. The journey was taking its toll. The Autobots were weary. Each step felt heavier than the last, and the weight of their mission pressed down on their shoulders like an unrelenting force. The once vibrant energy that fueled their quest was now a mere flicker, a shadow of its former self. The constant battles, the harsh environments were wearing them down. Every skirmish left new scars, both on their bodies and their spirits. The landscapes they traversed were unforgiving, each one presenting new challenges that tested their limits. The relentless march through desolate wastelands and treacherous terrains seemed never-ending. Doubt began to creep in. Whispers of uncertainty spread among the team, like a virus infecting their resolve. Questions that were once unthinkable now lingered in their minds. Could they truly succeed? Was their mission even possible? The weight of these doubts was almost as heavy as the physical burdens they carried.
Optimus, Ratchet said, his voice heavy with exhaustion, his eyes reflecting the weariness of countless battles and sleepless nights. Are we making a difference? His question hung in the air, a poignant reminder of the stakes they faced. It was a question that had been gnawing at him, one that he could no longer keep to himself. Will we find all the shards in time? The urgency in his voice was palpable. Each shard was a piece of a larger puzzle, a key to their ultimate goal. The fear of failure loomed large, threatening to overshadow their efforts.
Optimus Prime looked at his team. His gaze swept over each member, taking in their tired faces and slumped shoulders. He saw their fatigue, their doubt. But he also saw something else, something that gave him hope. He saw their spirit, their unwavering dedication. Despite the exhaustion, despite the doubts, there was a fire that still burned within them. It was a testament to their resilience, their unyielding commitment to the cause. But he also saw their spirit, their unwavering dedication. They had come too far to turn back. Now, their journey had been long and arduous, but it had also forged an unbreakable bond among them. They were more than just a team, they were a family.
We cannot give up hope, he said, his voice firm. His words cut through the silence, a beacon of light in the darkness. The Lumites are counting on us. Their fate rests in our hands. We must be their strength, even when they have none left. His conviction was unwavering, a rallying cry that reignited the fire within his team. The Lumites are counting on us. These beings, fragile and vulnerable, looked to the Autobots as their last hope. Their eyes, filled with a mixture of fear and trust, were a constant reminder of the stakes. The Autobots had to succeed, not just for themselves but for those who had no other hope. We must be their strength, even when they have none left. In their darkest moments, it was the unity and support of the team that kept them going. They leaned on each other, drawing strength from their shared purpose and the bonds they had forged.
His words were a beacon rekindling their resolve. They would not falter, they would not fail. The path ahead was still fraught with danger, but with renewed determination they pressed on. The light of hope, though flickering, was not extinguished. It burned brighter now, fueled by their collective will and the promise of a better future. The third shard lay in the abyssal depths, a place where few dared to venture, the deepest part of Lumina's ocean. The pressure was immense, enough to crush any ordinary vessel. The darkness complete, enveloping everything in an inky blackness. Creatures of the deep lurked in the shadows, their forms barely visible, their eyes glowing in the black like tiny stars in a night sky, providing the only light in this desolate place. It was a perilous descent. Hostile creature Arcee, agile and swift, took the lead. She was built for such environments, her design perfect for navigating the treacherous waters. She was most comfortable in water, her movements fluid and graceful, like a dancer in her element. The ocean was her stage, and she performed with unmatched elegance. Her sensors scanned the depths, and soon she located the shard, guarded by the Kraken, a monstrous beast with tentacles as thick as Autobot limbs. The Kraken was a sight to behold, its massive form moving with surprising speed. The battle was fierce, each strike from the Kraken sending shockwaves through the water. The Kraken was a formidable opponent, but Arcee was relentless. She dodged its attacks with ease, her agility unmatched. She used her speed and agility to her advantage, striking with precision. Each move was calculated, each strike deliberate. The Kraken fell, its massive form sinking into the abyss. And the Autobots claimed the third shard. Victory was within reach, but the journey was far from over. The depths had tested them, but they had emerged victorious, ready for whatever lay ahead. Finally, they had all the shards. They returned to the Lumites, their spark dimmed but not extinguished. The Autobots carefully placed the shards in the center of their temple. The shards floated, glowing with an ethereal light. They spun faster and faster, a whirlwind of energy. Then, with a blinding flash, they merged. The star crystal was whole again. Light flooded the temple, spreading across Luma. The planet pulsed with renewed life. The Lumites, their forms regaining their brilliance, cheered. The Autobots had done it. They had saved Lumina. The Lumites gathered around the Autobots. Their leader, Lumina Prime, approached Optimus. "Lumite Elder, we are eternally grateful," he said, his voice filled with emotion. "You risked your lives for us. You gave us back our hope. You are true heroes." Optimus Prime smiled. "It was our duty," he said. "We are Autobots. We are here to protect all life." The Lumites showered them with gifts, tokens of their appreciation. But the greatest reward was the sight of Lumina, vibrant and alive once more. As the Autobots prepared to leave, the air was thick with anticipation. Each member of the team knew the gravity of the mission ahead. They had faced countless challenges before, but this one felt different. The stakes were higher, the risks greater. Yet there was a sense of unity and determination that bound them together. Optimus Prime gathered his team. His presence was a beacon of strength and wisdom. He looked at each of his comrades, seeing not just soldiers but individuals who had grown and evolved through their shared experiences. Optimus Prime. "This mission tested us," he said. His voice was calm, but carried the weight of their journey. "We faced danger, doubt, and despair, but we persevered." His words were a reminder of the trials they had overcome, the battles fought, and the victories won. "We faced danger, doubt, and despair, but we persevered." Each challenge had been a test of their resolve, pushing them to their limits. They had encountered enemies that seemed invincible, situations that appeared hopeless. Yet through it all, they had remained steadfast. We never gave up hope. Hope was their guiding light, the force that kept them moving forward. It was the belief that no matter how dark the night, dawn would always come. This hope was not just a feeling, but a choice they made every day. And in the end, we triumphed. Remember this, Autobots. Their triumph was not just a victory in battle, but a testament to their spirit and resilience. It was a moment of celebration, but also of reflection on the journey that had brought them here. Even in the darkest of times, there is always hope. This was the core of Optimus Prime's message. It was a truth they had lived and breathed, a lesson learned through hardship and struggle. Hope was the spark that ignited their courage and fueled their determination. Hold on to it, fight for it. These words were a call to action, a reminder that hope was not passive, but active. It required effort, sacrifice, and unwavering commitment. It was something they had to protect and nurture, even in the face of overwhelming odds, and never, ever give up. Giving up was never an option for the Autobots. Their journey had taught them that perseverance was the key to overcoming any obstacle. It was their unyielding spirit that had seen them through the darkest times. His words resonated with his team. They felt a renewed sense of purpose and determination. Each member of the team knew that they were part of something greater than themselves. They were not just fighting for survival, but for a future filled with hope and possibility. They had learned a valuable lesson on Lumina, a lesson in leadership, in courage, and in the enduring power of hope. Lumina had been a crucible, forging them into a stronger, more cohesive unit. The experiences they had shared had taught them the true meaning of leadership and the importance of standing together, and in the enduring power of hope. Hope was the thread that wove their stories together, the force that had carried them through the darkest times. It was a lesson they would carry with them, a beacon that would guide them in the battles to come. They would carry this lesson with them, always, for they were Autobots and they were hope's eternal guardians. Their mission was far from over, but they faced the future with confidence and resolve, knowing that as long as they held on to hope, they could overcome any challenge, and they were hope's eternal guardians. The Autobots stood as symbols of hope and resilience, ready to face whatever lay ahead. Their journey had only just begun, but they were prepared to meet it with courage and unwavering determination.